This is no better than GPT-4o. So you might be thinking to yourselves, what's the point? What is the point of this model? Instead of the barrage of GPT-4o Mini videos that are going to claim it's the next big thing, today I'm going to make a video about GPT-4o Mini. What's the point? It's actually not really to be used in the front end of ChatGPT at all, except for a few tasks like data collection and things like that. The real reason that they've released this model is because it's the fastest, cheapest, intelligent model on the market today. So that means if you're doing something complicated like AI web scraping or something like that, PDF chunking, something where you need a lot of data and a lot of input tokens, but you also need intelligence, this new model is perfect for that. What they've done is they've released a better, cheaper version of GPT 3.5. So if you need speed, intelligence, and cheapness, or not being too expensive, this new model is actually better than any other on the market at the moment, at least until Claude 3.5 Haiku comes out, which again, that'll be what they're competing with. GPT-4o Mini versus GPT 3.5 Haiku. That'll be the big question in the future. Can Claude make something that is as cheap as GPT-4o Mini without sacrificing too much on intelligence? So let's have a little look at the finer details here. And I'm going to talk about this in the context of running a SaaS on these models, because I now know a lot about these costs and why they're doing certain things. So OpenAI is committed to making intelligence as broadly accessible as possible. Today, we're announcing GPT-4o Mini, our most cost-efficient model, small model. That's the important thing. Most cost-efficient small model. We expect GPT-4o Mini will significantly expand the range of applications built with AI by making intelligence much more affordable. This is actually a pretty good move by OpenAI, I must say. It doesn't seem like a good move if you're just on the surface of where's GPT-5 and Claude 3.5 Sonnet is even better. That's totally understandable that a lot of people think like that. But once you get a little bit deeper into it, this is actually a really, really positive thing, because it's a much cheaper, faster, and intelligent model than GPT-4, for example, or Claude 3 Opus, for example, or 3.5, etc. GPT-4o Mini currently scores 82% on MMLU and currently outperforms GPT-4, not GPT-4o, on chat preferences in whatever that is. The most important thing for me at the moment is this right here. It is priced at 15 cents per million input tokens, okay? And 60 cents per million output tokens. Let's go to Claude's website, Anthropic, and let's just compare that for 1 second. So we can see here, it is available via this is 3.5 Sonnet. It is also available via the Anthropic API. The model costs $3 million. The model costs $3 per million input tokens and $15 per million output tokens with a 200K context window. So this is super interesting because GPT-4o Mini is basically, like 20 times cheaper and for input tokens. And for output tokens, it's also 20 times cheaper, pretty much 25 times cheaper. That's my head maths, so that might be a little bit wrong, but it's significantly cheaper. But you might say, oh, but 3.5 Sonnet is better. But what I'm talking about is having a level of intelligence high enough to do a certain task, but not necessarily a task that you need 3.5 Sonnet for. Okay, so 3.5 Sonnet, you might need it for decision making. But GPT-4o Mini, you might need for information gathering. Okay? And information gathering is actually one of the more expensive parts of the API system, because you need to put so much information into these LLMs in order to get the information that you want from them. So this is the real point of GPT-4o Mini. It's to make something that's intelligent enough and cheap enough to compete in certain large-scale volume tasks with the likes of Sonnet 3.5 or GPT 3.5 or Haiku 3 or whatever it might be. They're trying to hit that gap in the market, which there is a gap in the market right now for a super fast, but also intelligent enough model. So there are certain things that if you used 3.5 for, ChatGPT 3.5 today, they wouldn't work. So information gathering, scraping, things like that, customer support, perfect examples of that. You don't need 3.5 Sonnet, but GPT 3.5 isn't intelligent enough. So what they've done is they've upped the intelligence, massively decreased the pricing, and effectively made something that fits perfectly into its position. Now, a few of the things that are really interesting about this compared to Claude. Today, GPT-4o supports text and vision, and with video and audio inputs coming in the future, which is pretty cool. The model has a context window of 128K, so that's pretty good. 128,000 is really good. But this is also really, really good as well. Supports up to 16,000 output tokens. This is double or 4 times, depending on whether you're using the old or the new Claude system. Basically, you can output 8128 tokens with Claude today using a certain thing. It's on Reddit if you want to look it up. But this actually does double that, so 16,000. So if you need something that needs to take a lot of information in and output a lot of information accurately, this model is perfect, and it's extremely cheap as well. Just for context, if you're curious, I may as well just give you some numbers here. If we changed to this model today to do most of what Harbor is doing, not the really, really, really decision-based, intelligent parts of it, but the more information gathering parts of it, we would save probably 80% of the API cost today if we moved over to this. So that's the kind of thing, that's why they've released this model, okay? It's not for you to now go on the front end of ChatGPT and say, write me an article about classic menswear or something or whatever, and for you to say, oh, this is really bad. Why is this so bad? Or something like that. That's not the point of this model. I would argue that there's no point even using it in the front end, to be honest with you, because you may as well just use GPT-4o in the front end, because the main difference is the cost. It's not the intelligence. It's not the, it's nothing else. It's literally just the cost, which is why it's for API users, in my opinion, and not really for front-end users. Now, the model overall is as intelligent as GPT-4. It's not as intelligent as GPT-4o, but it is in line with GPT-4 at a much cheaper, much faster version of the model. So you can see here the GPT-4o Mini is actually pretty much in line with GPT-4o, which is a step up from GPT-4. If people don't know, GPT-4o is supposed to be more intelligent than GPT-4. So what does this mean? It means there's a new, faster, cheaper model than GPT-4, which you can use for reasoning tasks or large bulk tasks that don't quite need the high level of reasoning that something like Sonnet 3.5 gives you. I think this is a really, really good update by OpenAI. It's obviously not the update that people want, but it's the update that developers want. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you're watching all the way to the end, you're an absolute legend, and I'll see you very, very soon with some more content. Peace out.
We're live.
We're live? Fucking hope not.
I shouldn't say it that way.